Well, good morning, everybody. Who the heck is ready for what's going to be an absolute banger of a top 32? Maybe, possibly, the best top 32 we have ever had here at Clash Royale League. Very strong chance it's the best one of 2023. And you know what? You're here for it, and I'm here for it. That's right. Hello. Welcome. I'm richslaton, and this is the 2023 Clash Royale League August qualifiers group stage. 8 groups. And of those 8 groups, well, only a few will move on. 8, in fact, the winner of each group to our monthly final next week, where they will be competing for a big chunk of prize pool and, of course, a golden ticket to CRO World Finals and for standings in our points leaderboard, which is absolutely insane coming into this event. There are so many players who are in this group stage who are also in the hunt for the leaderboard. We already had some movement yesterday as the Swiss stage moved some players up and down. But man, it is going to be absolutely crazy. And speaking of crazy, let's go take a look at our groups on the day, because these groups are, as I said before, absolute bangers. Let's go over here, take a look at our group number 1. And I see some of you talking about it already. So there's an F in the chat for Ian and Mo in the same group. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Mohammed Light losing to Ian yesterday in the Swiss bracket in the same group with Ian, Keef, one of our world finalists from last year, and one more player in Majran. And then we go on to group number 2. xopxsam, Archer, EGW, who I know has some help. And there's a guy there whose name is in Japanese who may also be a world champion. Mugi, also in the building for this one. On to group number 3. One of our top points leaderboard players who may take the top spot after this weekend, Faust. In there against, let me see, Mosala, and then Furkan and Hasiel. Hasiel didn't get to play a lot this season so far, but now finally in the mix and already pushing way up and making a case for himself for World Finals this year. And all it takes is one big month, everybody. Just one big month. Group number 4, Blue, one of our already World Finalists in Pedro, Tyton, and the 2019 World Champion Surgical Goblin in that group. And Surgical Goblin has made it to the top, to the group stage multiple times, has missed by 1 game multiple times. Currently, he is 18 minus 5. He's 13th over on the leaderboard. If you take out the golden ticket players, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots out of a World Finals position. So that's huge for him. Then we go on to group number 5 here. Viiper, who is just above Surgical, 2 spots above Surgical on that list. Wallace, who's in the hunt as well. Fram, and world finalist already for this season, Ardentoas, going to make his back-to-back appearances at CRO World Finals. Group number 6, Viiper. Xopxsam, back in the mix now. Rubén, who has been killing it and is currently in that World Finals position. Of the people who are on the points leaderboard, he's currently number 4. Going to add some more points to that today at least. And I believe, you know what, actually, let me go ahead and round that group out. I believe Ta is in, you know what, actually, I have the entire groups in the description. Now that I just realized that I have the entire group list in the description. So group number 6, yeah, Ta, Tourist, and Viiper. Group number 7. Take a look at group number 7, Samuel Bassotto, Clown, who people are overlooking, in my opinion, on this one. Pompeyo and Bassotto. That's going to be a gangster group. And then finally, group 8. This one is going to be a tough one, too. Adriel and Airsurfer, Kanariooo, and Line. And we're going to talk about some of the where people are on the point standings here pretty soon. But this is overall one of the craziest group stages we've ever had. Let me go ahead and get our first matchups ready to go here. In our round 1, man, Adriel Airsurfer kind of has to be the match, right? Let's get in there. Let me go ahead and get this one up and running. And we're going to be doing dual screen gameplay today, folks. So as soon as I get our second match up and running, we'll be in our second match as well. Go ahead and kill the music here. Let me get us our second match going, which I think is going to need to be... Let's see. We are going to be watching the Ian versus Mohammed Light match. For those of you who are like, where is Mohammed Light? Where is Mohammed Light? Well, don't worry. We'll be seeing Ian Mo later. That one for sure will be happening here on the channel. Let's go to a match that actually has a lot of implications overall for our for CRL, and that's going to be Samuel Bassotto taking on Clown. Let me go ahead and get that one loaded, and then we'll have our double gameplay up here in just a minute. As soon as Clash Royale on this other device works. That's weird. Give me 1 second, folks. But here we go. Adriel. No surprises here. We're seeing going to see a lot of the Evo Night. Evo Night is going to be a big part of this weekend. Morton qualified on points. I didn't qualify. We don't know. I don't think anyone is officially safe for World Finals quite yet. You know, people are close, but I don't think anyone is officially safe as of yet. So we will find out. But, you know, certainly they're all hoping. All right, hold on. We'll have this other matchup here in just 1 second. We'll get our fun dual screen action up and running. And there will not be a vertical stream today, folks, for those of you who are hoping for vertical, especially because we're trying to cover as much gameplay as possible, and hence going double screens, which will be up and running here in just a second. And 3, 2, 1, boom. Now we have 2 screens going. Because we're trying to cover as much as possible, I can't really do vertical today, so it is what it is. So context here for Adriel versus Airsurfer. Adriel currently in the top 7 spots is in 6th place. So he's in the spot right now for points to make it to World Finals, but that is a precarious spot indeed at 340 total points. And Airsurfer currently right behind him in that 7th spot. So both of these guys up there, but the winner most likely will stay in the top 7, and the loser will fall out of the top 7 when it comes to who takes the top part of this group. So that's a very, very important matchup between these two. In the other side, Samuel Bassotto versus Clown. Samuel currently ranked 5th out of the points leaderboard. Again, I'm removing all of the golden tickets from that conversation. But his opponent, Clown, a.k.a. Kickash, is 9th. He's 2 spots out of that hot zone. So again, lots on the line in a lot of these matches, folks. We are getting people matched up who are directly competing for their spots. And I'm going to go ahead, while these games are playing, I'm going to go ahead and set up something here so I can actually show you guys what I'm talking about, because it's crazy tight. And during the break between rounds, we'll go over and talk about some of the stakes that are involved overall in this competition right now. Oh, that's what I did there. Please hold as I make a little quick fix here. Not get you to scroll down. That's why. 1 second, folks. I'm just trying to get a little something to show you. Well, that'll have to be good enough for now. All right, I will show you all that later. Let's get back into our gameplay. Mo is qualified or not. Yes, Mo is in Group 1, folks. Also, he's already made it to World Finals. Morton did not make it. Mo and Morton actually played a match that was probably pretty critical for qualifying for the stage during the Swiss yesterday. And interesting to see how many people at Airsurfer are also playing this, essentially the same version of the deck that Adriel played. How many people are playing this and not exactly the Remy deck? Right, Magic Archer just not being as popular, players opting for more Cycle, especially running a non-champion deck. And let me look at this. You're seeing the same deck. You're seeing essentially, I mean, we're seeing the Remy deck being played in a mirror match between Clown and Samwell on the right-hand side. And then a variation, a faster Cycle variation on the left-hand side with the bats. Fireball's annoying for Adriel in this one, just because he doesn't have any brilliant fireball spots, right? He has the bomb tower, sort of. Obviously, to help get past it is nice. But as long as the bats and the spears are being spread, there's not anything great for him to use the fireball. That's a great ability from the Skeleton King, and Adriel takes a very important first game here. And now we're going to go ahead and jump over to our other match as I get you guys another one queued up here. Maybe I should just go into this and see who I got lined up. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Great. Clown Samwell, and then on the left-hand side now we're going to go back to having Viiper and Rubén. Rubén, again, currently 4th in the World Finals points standing. Viiper, I'm not sure if he's even in the top 100. Viiper is currently in the top 70. He is 61st. So not out of it, certainly in shooting range. Second place would be sufficient for pretty much anybody competing right now to make it into the top 7. Clown Samwell going to game number 2 or game number 3 in a vote on the Clash Royale esports Twitter account when they asked everyone to make their picks for this weekend. In this group, it's Samwell, Bassotto, Clown, Pompeyo, and Bassotto. And Samwell got 60% of the vote. Clown got 18.6% of the vote. And I think people are dramatically overlooking Clown right now. Rubén getting the 2-0 win over Viiper. Great win for him. Let me go ahead and find another match to throw up on that side. We're going to go check in right now. Let's see what we got going on here. We'll go ahead and get the Loon Master Pompeyo up there on the left-hand side. And shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. We are on Twitch today, as well as YouTube. Usually I'm just on YouTube, but it's the monthly final. Wanted to throw it out to Twitch as well. It's interesting how much Heal Spirit has made a comeback since the introduction of Evolution, specifically Evo Barbs, obviously. But it is fascinating. And a Fireball bait deck here for Samwell. Running the Skeleton King variation of this deck for Clown is a huge win. Is a huge, huge win. And that Flying Machine getting on tower is really unfortunate for Clown. That's a ton of free damage for Samwell that just didn't get picked up. This is nasty, and Sam's going to take a lot of damage here after giving a lot to begin with. And a lot of that early deficit made up for. Thanks, DS, asking how you doing, Rich. Doing great. Just really excited for this top 32. It's one of the best top 32s we've had in a very long time. We had a good, actually, we had a really good one. I think it was last month or the month before. They've all been good, but like this is just insanely stacked. And given the context, what's at stake right now? Ooh boy. This is interesting because it's Samuel running the Fireball bait deck, but it's Clown who's actually providing more challenges from that bait perspective. Despite having arrows and Fireball, Samuel just having trouble finding the good spot. This is going to be an interesting exchange, though. Does he protect? And the Flying Machine does get all over that Mother Witch. Tombstone going to pull a little bit. Clown way too low on Elixir, and that's going to be GG. That's it. Samuel Bassotto taking a nice win, and probably the most important win of his group. This is all in the same group, by the way. We are actually all in one group right now. As we go ahead and take a look to the other two games happening in this group, as I go ahead and try to find y'all another matchup here in a moment. Let's go see what else is active for the second. And, wow, we are actually completely out of games here, folks. Give me one moment, and I will find out who is still going. Looks like xopxsam might still be in a game. Let's go ahead and see if we can jump into his match against Archer. Updates. Ian won his matchup. Mo won his matchup against Keef. In this group, yeah, Mugi beat EGW. Hold on, trying to see if we have any other active matches still going. Ooh, we might have this. Hold on. That one is still, that match still hasn't started yet. Well, we'll see if we can get that found here in a second. Working on trying to find one more match that's still active. It looks like Ardentoas versus Fram hasn't kicked off yet. So working on that. Well, let me turn the music down just a little bit, folks. And let me try to get a little check-in. Let's see. Let's go to group 6, maybe. See if someone's still active in there. Nope. Rubén beat Viiper. Ta beat Tourist. And then in group 8, anything still happening there? Adriel beat Airsurfer, and Line beat Kanariooo. So we are still just waiting on this one matchup in group 5 that apparently has not happened yet. Wait, there we go. Never mind. Framcito 2-1 over Ardentoas. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the groups here, and we'll take a look at their standings page. Should be updating in a second. But results from game number 1. There you go. Ian taking the win over Majran, and Mohammed Light 2-0's Keef. That's going to be such a fascinating matchup situation there. Archer with the 2-1 win over Sam, and then Mugi over EGW in this group. Let's see. Mosala 2-0's Faust. That is massive. That's a huge loss for Faust here. Furkan and Hasiel both got to be loving seeing that one. That's huge for him. Huge for everybody in that group. Blue taking down Pedro. Whoa! And Tyton beating Surgical. These groups are fascinating to start out right now. These groups right now are absolutely insane. Wallace with the win over his friend Viiper. Fram beating Ardentoas. Rubén with the 2-0 over Viiper. Ta beating Tourist, as I said earlier. Pompeyo over Ban. Samuel over Clown. And then in the final group, Airsurfer over, or Line over Airsurfer, or Adriel over Airsurfer, and Line over Kanariooo. There we go. That's what we have so far. Let's go ahead and see about the round 2 matchups. And I think, let's go back to group 1, which is the round 2 matchup that everyone really wants to see here. So Ian versus Mo will be in round 3, folks. So we'll be watching Ian and Mo in round number 3. We'll probably end up watching that matchup twice, but we'll definitely watch it at least once. Ian Mo in that group. xopxsam versus Mugi. That's a fun one. Let's take a look. Hasiel Faust, Furkan Mosala, PedroTM, Surgical Goblin in blue. Wallace Ardentoas, Viiper and Fram. Rubén and Tourist, Viiper and Ta. Pompeyo and Clown, Ban and Samuel. Airsurfer line, Adriel, Kanariooo. Let's see. Well, we'll get some. We'll try to get some. We'll definitely get some fun matchups here. Let's see. Well, I know a lot of you are going to want to see a bunch of Ian. A lot of you want to see a bunch of Mo. So we'll figure out what's to be the best call out of all of that. Matchups will be in just a couple of minutes. Rich, did Mugi win? Yes, Mugi did win. Heal Spirit, best rework in the game. I mean, should the game have healing in the first place? Let's see what else is happening. Oh, yes, what I did, watch the game. Yeah, when a game is ready, I will watch it. Full screen, bro. We are full screen. We're full 16 by 9. Let's take a look for a moment at the... Why is that button not working? Well, let's go ahead and take a look for a moment. Well, here's what I'm talking about. Here we are at Royale API. Oh, come on. Why is there... I support your Royale API, but the ads during the stream are not fun. All right, let's go ahead and... we'll just go ahead... Oh, there's Ian Keef. Let's go ahead and get that match going. And we'll talk about more of this later. Here we go. Ian versus Keef. As our featured match. And yes, we'll be watching a lot of Ian, a lot of Mo today. We'll be watching Ian Mo next round too. Let's see. Sam Archer, EDW Mugi. Oh, it's supposed to be round 2. Hold on. Who's playing against Mugi this round? Oh, Sam and Mugi? That's worth it. Yeah, I'll put that on. Here we go. All right. Ian versus Keef, Sam versus Mugi. Let's get it, folks. Are we able to watch in game? Luther Lex asks. Yes, you are. Go to the CRL logo that you'll see on your primary screen. That's the tournament hub, and you can watch all these games. In fact, I will show you how when one of these 2 matches is over. I will show you how to do it here live on stream so you can watch in your app. We are in round 2, folks. And people say they want to watch Morton. Morton is not playing. Morton did not qualify for this stage. He missed out just barely. Lava Loon from Keef. And does he get anything significant here? A little King Tower activation from Ian, no troubles. And Keef just lavas up again. And no surprises in your right-hand side. More of the minor wall breakers variants. So here we go, tower down. Ian has to defend this push, and it's GG, essentially. The defensive freeze. But that balloon is... Oh, that was offensive freeze. Oh, this balloon is not going to touch. Wow. Barbs to the left, though. I don't know if Ian can stop those barbs. Gets his down. Skelly Dragon involved. If there's a freeze back for Keef again. No, defensive freeze instead. And solid game 1 win here for Ian. Looking at the decks here. Obviously, neither player really worried about freeze now. And both players picking with NATO out for Ian. That's fascinating. Miner just got better. Hog just got better for Keef. What does Ian have that defends well against those? And he's going to be going with something that has cycle and a building. This game going a little bit slower than our last round did. Last round was super hyper-aggressive to kick things off. And this RG just has a free path to the tower here. Fishboy going to pull in. Bar Barrel does distract all the DPS here. And that could have been a whole lot worse, but still lead for Keef in the opening minute 15. Time for the counterplay out of Ian. Good skellies by Keef to keep the Fisherman out of the conversation. And that Respawn Phoenix is going to GG this right now. Wow. Ian just runs through this one. And there's no way Keef is getting this one done. Absolutely no way. And you saw the skeletons for Keef try to get the distraction, and they just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it long enough, is probably the better way to put it. The next match for Ian is going to be huge. The Ian Mo match in round 3. And these RGs are doing nothing. Evo RG dies on the Vine. And I'm going to make the assumption here that Ian's got this locked up. GameStar is asking who's still in contention for CRL 2023 World Finals. Really? It's like, so it depends on how you define contention. If you are within 150 points of the top 7, you could get second place. You could not win a ticket and still make points. All right, we are going to switch this over. Great job for Ian. Let's go ahead and focus on this match for a second. I'm going to go find us another match on our other screen here while we look at xopxsam versus Mugi. And I heard people saying that Mo was in trouble in his games. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. That's going to really cast some interesting light on our round 3 matchup. And no, Mo easily won that one. All right. So we are going to watch, don't worry, folks, we are going to watch a lot of Mo today. But we'll watch Mo versus Ian in particular. And Ian and Mo is next. And there's going to be a little bit less like straight up casting today, folks, because I am more curating than casting on today's show. Let's see. Let's take a look. I think Viiper and Wallace is in this round. Is that right? Viiper Fram. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and throw that one on. Is Mo Light still good after Evolution update? Yeah, of course he is. He's Mo Light. Show how we can in-game tournament. Oh, Alfie, yes, good question. Here, you know what, I'll go ahead and I'll jump out of this Sam match on the left-hand screen and show you guys. So what you do, if you look at your screen right now, if you look at your claim ticket and then you look at the banner box, under that you see the CRL logo. There's the CRL logo. That's called the Tournament Hub. You can click that, and that opens up everything you want to know about CRL that's actively happening during CRL times. And as you can see, here's the leaderboard where you can see all the top players currently in the mix. Prize pool information, all this stuff. So you can click any of those lives, and that can take you to see their match. But you can also go into competition, this tab right here. We have our 3 tabs. Go to the competition tab. And now, hey, here we are. Let's go to round 2, and let's go see the matches that are currently happening in round 2, group by group. Let's see, there's Sam versus Mugi. There's Faust versus Hasiel. There's Pedro versus Tyton. Surgical Goblin versus Blue, right? So you can see all of these. And then we can go, hey, let's keep it all. Let's take a look in this group. Let's look at Wallace versus Arden. I can click that button there. And now Boom, we have Wallace versus Arden. I'll go ahead and switch the sound. And there you go. That's how you spectate in-game for CRL. And let me go ahead and do that same thing in another matchup. Let's go. Let's get Faust Hasiel. And here we go. Someone saying, Rich, isn't it crazy that unless Lucas wins a golden ticket, he will not be in World Finals next month? That's not true. Lucas comes into this weekend with 275 points. We'll see how the top 7 shake out, but Lucas will be within the range where he could have a really good run in the 7th monthly final without winning the golden ticket and still making it on points. So he's still in there. Let's see. Game 3 for Hasiel Faust. Is EGW playing? Yes, EGW is playing. I believe Thunderstruck is helping him with deck picks for this one, which, you know, EGW is already known for doing crazy decks. And this is just so rough for Faust right now. Hasiel just ticking away. Arrows will finish off that left-hand tower. He might just do it with pigs. And GG, well played. Hasiel takes the game. Let me go ahead and get another matchup on our second screen here, folks, as you focus on our Arden Wallace. Arden already made Worlds. Wallace in contention, but pretty far down right now. 230 points in the top 40, but has a ways to go. And both games now. One here. Let me go ahead. I think I can get this up pretty quickly. And here we go. Rubén. And let me see what else I can get rocking for us. Oh, you know what? I had this Viiper matchup started up there earlier. Let's go ahead and put Viiper Fram up as well. Let's see. As of my definition, the content of contention is near the 7th seed in the CRL 2022 World Championship Final. What's your definition of contention, Rich? I mean, it's kind of a broad. Oh, let me go ahead and get another matchup here first. I think I have a broader definition than you do. Airsurfer line. Oh, this is fun. Rematch between two of the greats from the no-tilt worlds. The reality is that you can take some pretty big leaps right now and jump yourself into World Finals contention. Ta was 36th on the leaderboard, jumped into 10th place from June to July. Jumped up 26 points. Igor went from 116th place to 26th place. Jumped 90 spots back from June to July. Right? So there were some pretty big jumps. Dark Angel jumped from 63rd to 22nd off of one good performance. Right? So one good monthly finals performance can really jump you up. Airsurfer with a very nice win in his game. Let me go ahead and see if I can get something else up and running here. We're getting pretty low on active games in this second round. But I think the range for contention. I mean, golden ticket obviously is always on the table, but the range for contention is so much broader than just, hey, are you 4, 5, 6 points out of the top 7? Man, those pocket RGs are a problem. Rubén is getting after it. Tourist doing his best to stay alive here. Don't know how much more he has in him. And that's to be GG, well played. Rubén killing it. Rich, where's the table graphic? The table graphic is not active today, unfortunately. So we will not have the table graphic today. Not much I can do about it. Here we go. Game 3 coming up now. Let me see if there's any other active games I can throw on the other screen here, but we are reaching the end of this round. Rubén just ended his match. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where are you? Is that still active? Yes, it is. All right, let's see if I can get this one up. Oh, that game already finished. Got it. Okay. Let me go back. As I'm trying to get more. Are you wearing your favorite sunglasses? I like these ones a lot. These ones are pretty dope. Where is Furkan match? We'll get some Furkan on today. He's in group 3, is that right? Group 3 or group 4, I can't remember. Furkan 2-0'd Hasiel. Nice for Furkan. That group's getting crazy. Oh wait, that was round 1. What, is Furkan still playing? And Furkan 2-0'd most. Ooh, Furkan's doing some work today in his group. Let's see. I think you look great in the sunglasses, and I'm going to pull it off. Thank you very much. I'm still trying to find some more action for y'all, but at the moment, it looks like we are coming to the end of round 2. I think this Ban versus Samuel game might be the last one up. When is Mo versus Ian? Next round. We're going to watch that next. In fact, I might just... All right, I'm going to put a vote in the YouTube chat. Twitch, sorry, you don't get to vote in this unless there's a mod there who can do the vote. But let's do a poll in the YouTube chat. One second, folks. All right, I'm putting a vote in the YouTube chat. Should the Mo versus Ian match be a solo view like this one during that match, or should we do a dual screen view? That vote is up right now in YouTube. Go ahead and vote. Because it's such a big one, I'll let you guys put the votes on this one. No matter what, when that Mo versus Ian match is over, then we'll go to dual screens and stuff like that. But you can go ahead and vote. I'll leave that vote up for a minute here. Does Riley play today? Riley did not make it in. Ali Mohammed saying, Rich, who's the highest in terms of points has not made it in yet? I'll show that in just a moment. We will have that up here in just a little bit. Does not have mortar available. Snowball stops the hog shot, but guards getting some very critical hits. 1462 to 1457, 5-point spread as we go into the final 90 seconds between Samuel and Bassotto, aka just Ban now, I guess. Because, you know, I guess he didn't want the Cito anymore on there. Poison starts to open up the door a little bit, make some room for Ban. I'm trying to take a look at the group overall. It's not group. What group are they? It's not group 1. I feel like group 5, maybe? Group 4. No. Group 6. No, I was wrong. Yes. All right, so Samuel beat Clown last round. Pompeyo just beat Clown, and Pompeyo beat Ban. So this is, if Ban can win this one, it would really make things very tight in this group. Sam would love to open up a 2-0 lead against a bunch of players who've also taken losses elsewhere. But Ban's doing a great job of keeping this hog damage off. EQ doing its work, though. 944 to 1017. Miner into the front, does not get caught. Ice Spirit to reset it into the guards. Hog being tanked for by the guards. That is massive and a huge problem right now for Ban. Will he actually stop this hog shot? 797 to 895. That's going to be a win for Samuel Bassotto, and he takes confirmed control of the group. 2-0. GG, well played. Let's get it. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take us to, quickly, people are asking about where the points totals are. Here is the Royale API for the moment. Let me put the music back on. You can see in the points section, Morton is currently the most points of any player who has not yet secured a golden ticket. He has not completely secured a World Finals berth yet, but he certainly has put himself in a phenomenal position. He's going to have to put up at least one more good performance, though, to keep these people off of his heels. Faust right behind him, of course, currently is in our competition, and Faust, I believe, is 1-1 in his group. Let me take a look at his group here for a second. Is Faust is an 0-2 in the group, is he? Faust is 0-2 in the group. Oh, boy. Faust opening some doors. Sosa, third on that part of the leaderboard, did not qualify for today, so he opens up some possibilities of being leapfrogged by a lot of players. Rubén is doing great in his group right now. Samuel Bassotto as well. Adriel in that mix. Adriel and Airsurfer, of course, they are battling it out. And then you see Rainbow, Clown, who is Kick-Ash, and Ta. And I'll get a scrollable version of this up here in just a minute so we can actually look a little bit more. We are going to be featuring the Ian versus Mo match as a solo after 300 people voted, and 75% of you said that you wanted to see that one as a solo matchup. So that will be the plan here, and I'll try to make sure that we jump into that as soon as humanly possible. Let's take a look at our group situation as it stands right now. Let's go into group by group, and we're going to go to round 3 and see the matchups in context as well. Group number 1, Ian currently in control, 2-0. What is happening? Why is Mo's match is decided, isn't it? Well, Mo is 2-0 as well. I don't know why they're saying why they haven't logged that yet. So as soon as that logs here, so Mo and Ian both 2-0. This is going to be a huge match for them. By the way, that website is royaleapi.com. Royale API. Then we go into group 2 with no surprises there. Mugi on top. EGW, Archer both going for xopxsam 0-2 so far on the day. Standings not updated yet for our for group 3, but yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But I believe Furkan is on top of that 2-0. Did Hasiel win his first matchup? No, Furkan's on top 2-0 by himself. So I don't know why the standings aren't updated there yet, but they will be updated very soon. All right, group 4. Tyton 2-0. Surge and Blue. Pedro 0-2 today. Very surprising to see that start from Pedro. Wallace 2-0 in his group. That's huge for him. Viiper, Fram, and Ardentoas 0-2. So a lot of golden ticket winners currently not showing out so far today. No data yet in that group. I don't know why. I believe Rubén's 2-0 in that group, though. Pompeyo 2-0 in a group that has Samuel, Bassotto, Ban, and Clown. That's big for Pomp. We'll be checking Pompeyo out, especially if he does some more. And no updates in that group yet either. So interesting stuff going on. And I'm going to keep an eye on... I'm just going to keep my eye on my friends list and see when Mo and Ian go into their game so we get it as fast as humanly possible, folks. I'm just trying to find all the other matchups that we might care about this month. How does tiebreaker work in these? Can you explain? I have it written down somewhere, and once I get it up, I'll explain. But yeah, it's like head-to-head is part. If head-to-head is the first one, if you're split 1-1 in the head-to-head, then records are the first thing, right? Your overall win rate. Then I believe head-to-head is next if you're split 1-1. I think, and then it goes to game differential, and if that's tied, I think then it goes to an extra game. But don't quote me on that yet. I'll double check just to confirm. And just waiting. Mo versus Ian should be starting any second now. And that's going to be the match that we focus on here, folks. But I am looking for another match as our secondary. But matches are not showing as live yet. I'm going to go ahead, and while we're waiting for Mo versus Ian to kick off, let's go ahead and watch some Furkan versus Faust. Furkan currently in the lead in his group. Parth asking, Rich, how many players will qualify to Worlds through points? 7. So the players you saw in that space, in that blue area. And let's do another one. I see someone asking for this one. I'm going to do a little Mo versus Ian poll. There you go. Mo versus Ian poll is up. Mo and Ian have not jumped into the game yet, so we're going to keep this game up. And as soon as Mo and Ian jump in, we will have it. But for now, let's enjoy Furkan versus Faust. Bomber working here against the Barbs. Are there wild cards in CRL finals? Asked Koopa. Not that I'm aware of. I don't know what you mean by wild card. And still waiting for Mo versus Ian. Has not started yet. I'm keeping an eye on the friends list. And again, as soon as that kicks off, we will be into it. And it will be our only match that we focus on. Faust 0-2. Let's see. Esports Royale Federation in the complete other side of the spectrum, who are completely out of contention for the World Finals. I mean, with golden tickets, no one's completely out of contention. But, like, the top 100-something are technically still... Like, with the amount of jumps you can make just by having one good month, that doesn't even make you win. Just one, like, good performance month. Man, Ian and Mo are taking their time. Ian and Mo are really taking their time. Table graphics for the Roops. It's not available today, folks. The table graphic is not functioning today. So, unfortunately, we will not be having that. Let's see. Okay, why was it not showing up on the friends list? Match scheduled. Match checked in. Okay, so they haven't actually started yet. Okay. Just double checking to make sure you have not missed anything yet. All right, so the vote is... I'm going to end the poll right now. The vote between Mo and Ian is precisely 50-50. 227 votes, and here we go. All right, sorry, Faust. Sorry, Furkan. Sorry, Faust and Furkan fans. Here we go. Our featured matchup. Mohammed Light. Ian. Let's go. Very, very pumped for this one. And things looking very similar from both sides here. Very tight to open things up. And neither player is flinching here to kick things off. They're just taking their time. And it's interesting how different. Esports Federation saying who's completely out of contention for points. Technically, if you're within 150 points, essentially, of the top 7, I mean, there's some problems where like more likely than not, it needs to be more likely to be within like 100 points of the top 7. Going into the final month, you are still in contention. So right now, top 7, 7th place right now is 320. So going into the final month, not for golden ticket, but for points, you need to be at about 220 points minimum to really have a good shot. Not completely out, but really have a good shot. Maybe it might be more like you need to be within like 100. You have to account for some people making good points from the other stage. Maybe it's like 130 points. So if you're above 200, so that's like the top 50, 60-ish players are still capable after this weekend of potentially making it on points alone. But technically, the most points anyone's gotten in a month without making a golden ticket is 150 points. And that opens up a pretty big group of people who could still be within range. That's like that's like the top 94 players. Mo taking the advantage here, and Ian forced to use those goblins to keep the Phoenix from egging that left-hand tower. So, continuing to find a good spot here is Mohammed. This Evo RG, how much can it do? Great monk, great early monk, and I understand what Ian was going for, but once the monk was out there, as long as that monk gets you before you get to before you get in firing range, that monk is devastating. And I think that Ian did not need to play the RG into that monk. And he's going to pay for it here with a fireball to his left-hand tower and a GG well played. Game number 1 goes to Mo. I don't think Ian needed to play, and let me see if I can... Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry, folks. I don't think that Ian needed to play into that monk. Hey, Rich, where can I find one of those golden flaked burritos? Get edible gold flakes. Get edible gold on Amazon, and then put it around a burrito, bruh. Mo not getting the minor pickup. Not critical yet, but in a game like this one, we'll see. Oh, this overlay should say month 6 qualifier, by the way. I don't know why. Let me go ahead and update that. I just realized that that is the wrong qualifier, the wrong overlay graphic. Ooh, that, you know what? I'm not going to update that right now. Well, we're just going to have the wrong qualifier graphic. This is month 6, not month 5. But I do not want my stream stuttering while I'm in the middle of casting Ian versus Mo, of all things. That was crazy. Everyone's loving this. And that, you know, that Mo Light wallbreaker to wallbreaker play is just one of those things that, when you talk about things that define Mo Light as a player, doing something that nobody else is doing. I'm looking at the chat right now. Everyone's like, what? What? How? I do see, I hear some people talking about there's a sound delay. I do see that. I'm not sure why that happened. My computer RAM did spike for a second. I will try to fix that when this game is over. I don't know what's causing it. All right. Here we go. Mo with the game advantage and the damage advantage right now. Ian gets the Magic Archer looking the wrong way, which is huge. But it's Mo getting more damage on tower. Evo Knight plus Bats plus Spear Goblins. And Mo has a lot to deal with and not a lot of elixir for it. NATO to pull the Goblins back, very smart. Wall breakers for pressure from Mo. Ian does take care of business, though. And now Ian just sends the whole kitchen sink with the log out of cycle. Will a wall breaker touch, and it will? Ian evens things up. Let's go to game number 3, folks. Let's go game number 3. I am going to... Is there a way for me to try to work on this audio situation? I don't know if I can fix this audio situation right now, folks.
Let's go.
There is an audio lag, and it happened when I opened up Photoshop to fix the overlay. Interesting to see Ian. Isn't both these guys going bait? Is Ian's friendly rival Riley helping with the deck picks for this weekend? Good timing on the ability, and great prediction arrows from Mo. That's going to be a lot of damage that Ian can do essentially nothing about. Oh boy. What a play from Mo. On both sides, from right to left. That was amazing. That was amazing. Rico asking, does anyone know how to unlock the My page in the Tournament Hub? Yes, qualify for CRL. That was just perfect top to bottom. I mean, Mo was so far ahead of Ian in that exchange. Ian, talking about where he is overall, if he wants to have any shot at Worlds other than a golden ticket, he needs to make it to this. I mean, not true. He could have one. He have one more. He can make the monthly final next month without golden ticketing. But man, he's ranked 35th right now, or technically 31st or 30th. Has 235 points. He needs as many points as he can get today. But man, unfortunate to be put in this group, and he really needs to get by Mo here. The one saving grace for Ian in this matchup. Oh, he says good game. There's no way. Yep, that's it. GG. 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 Wave it off. Wave it off. Mo Light is Mo Light, folks. Mo Light is Mo Light, folks. Stop it. Stop it with all that noise. He's really, really good at Clash Royale. Let's go ahead and jump into Rubén versus Ta. Now we'll go try to find us another match to throw on here as well. And that looks like that's going to be Rubén maintaining his lead in that group. Wow. All right, heading back over here. I'm trying to get other matches up. Band versus Clown. Let me see what else is active at the moment. Let me see. Round 3. Who else has got active matches right now? Almost nobody. Oh, Surge Pedro. Let's see if I can get that going. All right, here we go. And I'm going to switch the audio to Surge and Pedro because we're having some issues. Let me try one thing to see if I can get the audio to catch up here. I'm going to take off the ban and clown match for a second while I try to work on something and see if this maybe fixes that audio situation. It might be unfixable due to the, without having to restart, unfortunately. And I'm not restarting, you know, I'm not going to kill the stream like that. Boys, is Ian completely out? No, this is the group stage, the double round robin. Ian will fall to 2-1. Mo will go to 3-0. Ian will need to finish either with a better record than Mo or with a tied record with Mohammed Light and beat him in the final game to force other tiebreakers. So, we will see. This is a big one. Pedro's 0-2, Surgical's 1-1. Pedro obviously already has a golden ticket to World Finals, so it's less critical for him. But this is a big one for Surge. Furkan lost as well. Furkan in this group lost, which is right. Furkan's in this group. I'm trying to remember what the groups are. I believe Furkan's in this group. Let me open up a link here and just double check that. Just doing everything he can to control this Evo mortar. It's so devastating when it actually does escape. Oh no, Furkan's not in this group. Tyton's in this group. Tyton's 2-0 in this group. Oh boy, lots of damage. Lots of damage. Surgical Goblin, can he get it done? And he does by 114 HP. Surgical Goblin takes the win, moves to 2-1 in the group. Great win for Surge. Audio still delayed for this one. Let me try something else to see if I can fix this audio here. I'm going to kill the gameplay audio for a second, folks. See if I can fix it. Actually, you know, let me just get another match going first while I try to do that. Let me see. Let me actually hold on. Let me do this. Let me try this. Let's take you to here. Ah, yeah, I think that did it. Great. Your boy's a tech genius. Your boy's a tech genius here. Or at least moderately proficient. Man, this is fascinating because you talk about those leaderboards. Clown is 2 spots out of the World Finals of the top 7 World Finals range. That Golden Knight was ridiculous. Are you kidding me with that Golden Knight? That was that's one of the longest Golden Knight dashes I've ever seen. Why is this now breaking? All right, hold on. Our second. I'm going to. What do I do here to fix that? Because that's being. All right, let's go ahead and see if anyone is still active. Let's go into the tournament hub and check this out. Here we are. Let's go to round 3. I think we're just about done with our active matches. Mo beating Ian. You can see he's 3-0 in the group. Ian's 2-1. We still have another full round robin to go ahead and decide this. Group 2, Mugi 3-0, and everyone else is 1-2. Mugi's winning this group. It's just not. No one's taking it from him. I'm sorry. Mugi's winning the group. Group 2's over. Did I just caster's curse that? Group 2's over. Furkan 2-1. Hasiel 2-1. This group getting tight here. Next round could be anybody. This is anybody's group. Tyton 3-0. I think Surge just won that, right? So Surge is gonna jump up to 2-1. Pedro just struggling. Fram 2-1, Wallace 2-1, Viiper 2-1, Ardentoas just giving out wins. Giving out free wins right now. I don't know what's going on with Ardentoas today, but definitely not bringing his best stuff on the day. Anyone's group here in Group 5. And let me restart this. Yeah, close this. This is not working. I'll restart that one. Arden has a golden ticket, though, already, so that's more important. Rubén, 3-0. Ta right behind him, 2-1. Tourist, 0-3. Rubén probably going to make a monthly final, and that's going to be that will likely, if he makes it to the monthly final, very likely be enough to make him almost unreachable for anybody trying to unseat him. Group 7, Pompeyo took the L to Samuel Bassotto. So they're still updating. The scoreboard here is not working. For some reason, a lot of the games are not showing up here. But that's going to be a very tight group now after Ban beating Clown. Man, Clown is struggling today. And this is big for him. Clown comes into the day 2 spots out of the World Finals contention and can't find a win right now. That's absolutely devastating for him. And then on to Group 8, which has Adriel and Airsurfer, who are currently, if we go back to this screen over here, let me see if I can. Why is my button for this not working? Tech today has been fun. Oh, that's why. Okay, let me relink that. Boom. So you look at the Royale API leaderboards, and that I, for some reason, cannot scroll down when they're browser sourced like this. That's okay. RoyaleAPI.com, thank you for all the fun stuff that you do. But as you can see, Adriel and Airsurfer 11-12. The winner of this group is going to be in a great spot for staying in World Finals. The loser is going to be opening the door to be jumped out of this top 7 and have to have a great performance in the final month. So this Adriel Airsurfer situation in group number 8 is so important. And as we go into round 4, we're going to be doing Adriel Airsurfer in round 4 for sure. That is definitely going to be one of our matches for round 4. No questions asked. Let me see if we're actually jumping into matches yet. No, that has not begun. All right. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, so some of these are kicking off already. Let me just double check and see what I think were the big matches of consequence here. Let me throw the music back on here. Let's go to round 4. I know some of these are already starting. Let's see. Furkan Hasiel. Yeah, that's a big one. It looks like that one's getting going. And then let me go over here, because I think I know what we're gonna be doing. Cool. So let's get Furkan Hasiel up and going. That's a deciding match for that. That's a who takes the lead in the group. And then I think we're also going to be doing that Adriel Airsurfer matchup. And that one is up too. Here we go. 1 second. Stop it, music. Boom. There we go. Everyone has about Morton competing today. Morton is not in today. That's correct. Morton and Mo faced off in the Swiss bracket, and Mo won. And it would have been Morton in and Mo out if Morton had won that, I believe. So that one was pretty wild. In November, when watching CRL finals, does that have to be in the app? Does that have to be in the YouTube or an app? I actually don't know if they'll have it available inside the app. I'm not sure if they will, because they are not doing in-game duels inside the app. They're doing regular duels. Hasiel's interesting. Hasiel was a guy who at the end of 2021 looked like he was going to be just off to the races. And then he's just had to focus on school a lot. When you talk about Hasiel this year in CRL, you have to keep in mind that he had a great first round where he made top 2. He got second place in the bracket first round, right? And then couldn't really commit much to CRL during the April, May, June portion of CRL because he was at school, finals, that sort of stuff. Didn't even play last month. And then finally back in it now. But Hasiel got second place to Mo in our first monthly final this year. Hasiel's quietly much better than his resume says. And Furkan having a bit of a renaissance right now. Going to be very close here in the final minute. 1890 to 1803. Furkan opting for the minions in this one is interesting. Slows his deck down a fair bit. How much will that matter here at the end? As he takes 3, probably 4 shots from the Evo, that's huge. 575. And I don't think this deck has enough firepower at this moment to do what Furkan needs it to do. Even with a Firecracker, not evolved, that tanking Knight is important. Poison in to try to help the Miner get more damage. Wall Breakers in. This is good damage here. Wall Breakers will not connect, though, and that Miner won't beat out a Fireball, and that's going to be GG, well played. Game number 1 for Hasiel over Furkan. Andy Volton with the most important comment of the day. I guess OJ and your eggs can be good. Rich, you think that Mugi improved a lot more? I don't think Mugi's at his best at all. I think Mugi is definitely below his top level, which is scary because if Mugi actually commits, how good could he be if he was committed? He's still a world championship contender and world-class player. Little update for you there. EGW and Mugi are 1-1 in their group, or in their match. And Adriel taking game 1 over Airsurfer on your right-hand side of the screen. In what way is Mugi not committed? From every report I get from pro players, Mugi does not practice that much. Like, Mugi these days does not practice a ton, which is, what makes it so scary. He's still so good, has won a golden ticket, is still crushing people, and he's not even practicing that much. But that's what, according to the pros that I've talked to, Mugi under-practices tremendously. So imagine if he was hardcore grinding his practice schedule. Esports Royale Federation. You can find all of that information by going to royaleapi.com, and I also have shown it on screen multiple times. It's also available in-app. This is a great question. Who practices less, Mugi or Bassotto or Igor? Right now, it's a toss-up between Mugi and Bassotto, but probably it's Bassotto. But it is crazy how good all 3 of those players are. Without super grinding hard. Good team tower activation here for Furkan. Not having an offensive building or a defensive building for this matchup is annoying for Furkan. Yes, he has the E-Wiz and the NATO, but he has to use his primary defensive damage, or his primary offensive damage dealer defensively a bunch. Especially if this E-Wiz gets taken off the board, as you're seeing right now. So now a drill probably... Nope, he's going to NATO it and be fine. But you either have to use your drill on defense or overspend on defense to stop those loons. That's going to be a continued problem for Furkan here. Attempted miner to predict the E-Wiz. E-Wiz comes out late, so good delay there by Furkan. But again, just look at the spend. Doesn't really put him that far behind, to be honest, because he had the 4 on the board. $19.93 to $23.22. And opting instead of going to the miner, or going to the E-Wiz this time, going right to tower. Final 60 seconds. Hasiel with the lead. Either player just needs one big hit to end this game. Good job getting the Magic Archer off the board for Hasiel to prevent Magic Archer damage, which is really the most likely way to see Furkan get serious damage here. And now look at this, using the cover that he already has on the board to try to get this balloon onto the left-hand side. Not sure what I think about that lane switch. Goes miner to the opposite lane here, and will get miner on the tower. Now loon behind, drill opposite direction. 20 seconds left. Absolutely tight here. Magic Archer just not able to get on tower at all. 12 seconds left. Furkan needs to cycle one more drill. He has to go for a drill-NATO combination to get enough damage. He's not going to get it, though. Doesn't have the elixir for it, spending too much on defense instead. GG, well played. Very, very nicely done. Adriel, by the way, 2-0'd Airsurfer, which may end up being the deciding factor in that group. So right now, things starting to maybe congeal a bit. Is that the best word to use there? You know what? I don't care. I like the use of the word congeal in that context. Tyton 2-0'd Surgical Goblin. So Tyton may have just clinched that group at 4-0. Oh my word. Well, there you have it in that one. Let's see if I can just quickly get something else up on the board. Oh, no, that's... Oh, hey, look, someone's live in the app. Let's go ahead and check out... Oh, Pompeyo's leading his group right now. I'll go ahead and throw that up as I look for another match. Let's see. It's not Wallace versus Fram. Wallace versus Viiper. Oh, that's a good one, too. Let's go get Wallace Viiper on here. And here we go. And I'm trying to get us another matchup here. Let's see. That's Wallace Viiper. Let me see what else is really tight right now. Most of us are here for Mo. Please show us gameplay. When his gameplay is when it's relevant, I will show it. Again, if you want to watch Mo, he has a Twitch channel. You can watch him stream there. Or you can watch Mo in-app. Anybody you want to watch that I'm not showing, you can watch them inside the Clash Royale app. One of the beautiful things about CRL this year is that you have control, complete control, over whatever match you are watching at all times. Isn't that great? Isn't that tremendous? Isn't that just awesome? But you can watch Mo inside the Clash Royale app. I will show you guys again how to watch inside the Clash Royale app. I know Mo's not streaming. He has a channel, but I'm not going to just show only Mo, every single one of Mo's matches on here. That's literally just not going to happen because there are 31 other players who I also need to show. But you can watch Mo inside of Clash Royale. And you don't even need his friend link. And I will show you how to do that. Wait a second. Expo? Ian, do not get three. Do not lose to Expo, dude. To Pumpo. Wait a second. Pumpo? Pumpo? I mean, there's no way Ian loses this, right? All right, so for those of you who want to know how to watch Mohammed Light on your own, you see, here is on the right-hand side, you see the screen. This is my mini account here. And you can see, hey, look at that. Under the banner box on the right-hand side, you can see the CRL logo. That's called the Tournament Hub. Click on that Tournament Hub link. And right there, you can go and see, hey, here's the leaderboards. You can see some people are live, including when Mohammed Light is live in CRL, you can click right there. You can also go into the group and go, hey, let me look at this. Let me go to round 4, which is currently active. And I could click. See, this is the match we're watching, the Ian versus Majran match. But when the Mo Live match, you can click on it that way too. So that is how you can see Mo inside the app if you want to watch him and not watch whatever match I'm watching. If you think I'm not showing you enough Mohammed Light. Which I get. Some of you, that's the only thing you want to see. Is CCGS coming back anytime? No. See, as far as I'm aware, CCGS is never coming back. Why would we have a CCGS when CRL is like the same kind of thing? And let's see. I think we still have this Faust matchup is still going. Let me see if we can get that one on the board. And I'm going to try to get one other match going as well. Here we go. Here's Faust. I think we still have the xopxsam match going too. There we go. And Faust going to keep his group from going into completely off the rails. Here we go. Oh, last 10 seconds of Archer xopxsam. I think xopxsam has this one. And he does. GG, well played. xopxsam finally gets on the board after what's been a tough day so far. A very tough day so far. Let me go ahead and... oh, can I do this way? Oh, that might be useful. But that screen still isn't set up, unfortunately. Let me just check something here real quick. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's still not working. All right. Give me 1 second, folks. Because I think that's a little bit behind, isn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit behind. Okay. Let's take a look at at our current standings. Is the No Tilt World Championship going back to times? I don't think so. I don't believe that is happening. Is Morton completely out? Morton is not in this. Morton is not in today's competition. He's not in this group stage. But if you look at this page here, you can see that Morton is currently on this overall points leaderboard, third on this leaderboard. And if we go to this leaderboard, the one that takes out the golden ticket players, you can see that Morton is currently the #1 points leader overall in that blue area. Blue area means if you're there at the end of the year, at the end of the season, after our next month, after our September monthly finals, if you're there, you make it to Worlds. That's what that means right there. So Morton is currently there. Now, he probably will drop a couple of slots after like just some points for Faust, Samuel, Rubén, Adriel, Airsurfer. One of them might leapfrog him with a good performance this month. But no, Morton is not out by any means. Let's go ahead and go over here, take a look at our current situation. Mohammed Light, 4-0. And Ian just won to 3-1. So Ian Mo, if I know what happens next couple of rounds, Ian Mo will very likely be our featured match in round 6. We'll see what happens. Ian has to keep winning, though. Ian has to win this round 5 matchup against Keef, which is not easy. Keef could spoil Ian's competition. Here we go. Group 2 right now. Mugi has lost 3-1. That does make things more interesting. I thought Mugi had it locked up, but EGW, I don't know. And then Sam won too, right? Man, this got interesting. It suddenly got interesting. I thought it was all done. I thought that group was done. Let's see. Hasiel. I saw someone comment on the pronunciation earlier. Hasiel currently... I don't know if Faust has actually passed Morton after today, Rudy, because Faust has only won 1 match today. Did he win the round 4 match? I think those matches are only... Yeah, he won round 4. Right? And our matches at this stage 5 points. We'll see. Either way, Hasiel currently in the lead of his group. Furkan behind him. That was a big win for Hasiel. Group 4. Tyton 4-0. It's basically Surge or nobody, and I think Surge has already lost to Tyton. Actually, I think Tyton clinches the group. Because Tyton, I'm pretty sure, has now beaten Surge twice. Yeah. The best Surge can get to is 4-2. Tyton already beat Surge twice. Group 4 is done. Tyton has qualified to our monthly final. Good job, Tyton. And Tyton right now comes into this weekend at 37th. So he'll get some good points. Next group, Group 5. Those results haven't been logged yet for the Wallace Viiper match. Viiper should be the leader in the group, though, at 3-1. So Group 5 is still nice and tight. Group 6, Rubén in control for the moment. Rubén controls his own destiny right now. So we'll see if Ta can get a comeback here, but Rubén's in charge. Samuel ahead of everybody, and I think that means Sam has he clinched the group yet? No, because he still has Ban and maybe Pomp to play. Yeah, so either Ban or Pomp could potentially challenge Sam, but that's going to be hard for either one of them. And then finally, this group is just nuts. With Airsurfer on top, with Adriel on top, Airsurfer and Kanariooo right in the middle. That's going to be a tight group too. So there you go. Those are the current situations. Let me see if any matches have started yet here. Let's see. Let's jump into Pompeyo. And I will find out what our other match is going to be right now. Turn off this music. So we'll see if Ian wins group round 5, then we'll watch Ian Mo in the final match. But that's if Ian wins round 5. Let me see. I'm just gonna what groups have really tight matchups coming right now. Hasiel Faust is not an important critical matchup. Pedro Tyton. No, that one's not. Oh yeah, that group's already decided. Group 5, Wallace Arden. That is, well, Arden's out probably, or he's not out, but he's in a lot of trouble. Group 6, Rubén Ta would be the big matchup, but I don't think that's not happening right now. Man, these are, let's see, Airsurfer Line or Adriel Kanariooo. I think Airsurfer Line is the match. There we go. Let's get to it. Can I kick it? Yes, yes you can. Pompeyo out to a pretty good lead here. And should be able to lumberjack and log this and create an okay counter push here. And here we go. Does lumberjack get in front of the RG? It does. And the, let's see, nice pull away. The Ice Wiz doing a good job, and this is the key. We talked about this before, and if you're new to the stream, we've talked about this a lot during things like the Queso Cup. The big key to stopping Evo RG is, and it sounds, this sounds more simple than it is don't let it start shooting, right? Because once it starts shooting, yes, of course, there's the big damage, but that knockback is so critical. Your DPS units, your ground DPS units can do so much to the Evo RG before it starts shooting. And right now, Clown is doing a good job of not letting the Evolved Royal Giant get into shooting range. And that might be enough to win him this game. Raged up, Evolved Royal Giant here. NATO to pull it back. Don't let it shoot. Brilliant play there from Clown. Clown's playing smart. It's a good situation for him, and he's playing it right. Line might be about to do Airsurfer dirty again. Game 1 for Line in that matchup on the right-hand side. Game 1 for Clown. Airsurfer Line goes to game 2. Line with the advantage in that one. Let's see. What does Pompeyo have cooked up here? NATO's out. Poison's out. Ice Wiz is out. If Pomp is running Loon, certainly opens up more, and Mega Minion could definitely mean Loon. Pomp just full sending here. Fascinating. He didn't go to 0, but very surprising to get that aggressive. So I think Pomp is running Minor Loon here. And with NATO, Ice Wiz, Poison all out. Tombstone 2. Snowball Dark Goblin, though. I don't believe, is he running, oh, he's running Tesla. Oh, boy. I think Clown just smiled. Can't see his face. I think he just smiled. Tesla buff. Don't overlook it. Bait is an interesting choice for Clown overall, but he's going to like a lot of this. And is there anything to get the Dark Goblin out of the way here? There isn't. Loon will still get one shot, though. And that's a good fireball from Pompeyo. Nice value. Getting the better half of a Barbs plus the Dark Goblin. But this rage is such an imperfect... Such an imperfect response, such an imperfect option. And Pompeyo is just having trouble finding any good opportunity to break through here. I'm getting word that Ian is down 1-0 versus Keef. That's no bueno for Ian. And good rocket value for Clown. It does feel like, barring a big mistake, that this one might be over. And I'm going to make the call that I think this one is over. So with that in mind, and knowing how much all of you are clamoring, here we go. Let's check in Ian and Keef. And Ian again in trouble. Already calling good game. CRL is already 6 years old, meaning CRL needs a big change or entire revamp or slate. No, it doesn't mean that at all. CRL has already gone through a major... CRL has gone through a major revamp and huge change. CRL for the first 3 years, very different than CRL for the last 3 years. I think we don't need to be changing CRL every time. CRL needs to get stability and have something that it is forever. Good snowball here. This is so rough for Ian, though. Just run. Just you're going into an elimination game, and one that will decide whether or not you have a chance at even going to the monthly final, and you end up running Archer Queen minions against a monk. Good damage prevention overall from Ian there. Do I think CRL World Final should have a group stage format? Daniel, you know what? I actually kind of like that better than pure double elimination tournament. But group stages are less exciting for most people to watch, so double elimination bracket it is. And GG. Unless Mo lost, which I'm pretty sure he didn't. Let's go check on Mo. Yeah, his game's already over, so I'm pretty sure Mo won. So that should be it for that group. I believe that means that Mohammed Light has clinched the group. Oh, wait. No, I don't need that. I already have that matchup. Let's see. And that's going to be Airsurfer taking a very important win over Line. That's big. That's pretty big there. Here we go. We're going to jump into Kanariooo Adriel. Let me just take a look at the tournament hub for a second. And Mohammed Light 5-0. Ian, or 4-0. Ian 3-1. Well, Mo, I think, is going to be 5-0. Yeah, Mo 5-0. Ian 3-2. So that's going to mean Mohammed Light has officially clinched Group 1. And folks, if there's other matches that are more relevant for competition, sorry to tell you, those are the only ones that get watched. Let's go also bring up Sam versus Mugi. Is that one over? Why is that not showing? Why is that not happening? Why is that not actually working? Click. Thank you for not working there. Let's see. Other matches that are still going. Let's see. Looking for other matches here, folks. Rubén 4-0 in his group. It might want to. Is round 6 Rubén Ta? Round 6 is Rubén Ta, so we're definitely watching Rubén Ta because that's going to be a massive matchup there. Samuel appears to have clinched his group by an insane margin. I think this is the only matchup that is still active at this second. Wait a second. And Furkan won his game. And Faust, we might also watch Furkan Faust. Somehow Faust has clawed his way back in to contention in his group, which I don't even kind of understand how that happened. And Adriel gets it done. Good job, Adriel. I think that's all of the matches for this round completed. Let's go ahead and take a look. Rich, how do golden tickets work? If you win the monthly final, that's a guaranteed trip to. That's a guaranteed World Finals berth. So let's take a look at group at round 5 here. So Mohammed Light has officially clinched his group. There is no way for Ian to win or for Keef to win. Mohammed Light, another monthly final. We'll see if who ends up where on the bracket with Mo. Oh boy. Oh boy. Group 2. Mugi 3-2, xopxsam 3-2. After Sam beats Mugi, Sam is going to be playing EGW, who's also 3-2. That group is crazy. Mugi has Archer, who is almost, not quite, who's almost a free win. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that group. The Sam versus EGW matchup is huge. But Mugi might have tiebreakers? Man, that's crazy. All right. Let's go to Group 3. So Faust Furkan is definitely going to be one of the matches that we watch. Hasiel also 3-2. So Hasiel has the, not quite, but so far has been nearly a free win matchup, whereas Faust and Furkan are taking each other on. Let's take a look at Group 4, but Faust and Furkan will be one of our matches. Tyton has most likely... Wait, what did Surgical do in that round? Surge beat Blue. So, and Surge and Tyton are not playing each other. But Tyton 2-0'd Surge, so Tyton has the tiebreaker. Tyton has won Group 4 already, that's right. Group 5, Viiper, Wallace. Viiper is currently in the lead. Viiper has his own fate in his hands. A win over Arden will clinch the group for Viiper. On to Group 6. Rubén Ta. Oh, yes. So Rubén currently 5-0, Ta 4-1. Ta with a win could force other tiebreakers. We will be watching Rubén and Ta for sure. So Rubén Ta and then the Faust Hasiel match, I think, are the two ones we're watching. Our two primary featured matches. Samuel Bassotto has clinched this group. So Samuel Bassotto, ran away with Group 7. He will be in our monthly final. And then Adriel, they haven't updated all the standings here yet. But Adriel with the win over Kanariooo goes to 4-1, and Airsurfer with the win over Line goes to 3-2, and Airsurfer and Adriel not playing this round. So there you go. Those are the different matchups that we have at the moment. Let's go see if anyone has started. No one has started yet. All right. Here we go. That's it. So round 6 coming up here in just 1 second. And, wait, can Ian qualify for this month's golden ticket? No, Ian cannot qualify. Mo Light has clinched Group 1. That is settled, right? I'll go ahead and show you guys again. Group 1 is clinched for Mohammed Light because Ian's record cannot reach Mo's record. Ian is 3-2. He can at best be 4-2, and Mohammed Light, as you can see, can at worst be 5-1. So Mo has clinched that group already. But we do have some really close groups, including Faust Furkan. So trying to get that one up as soon as it happens. And I think I have Faust on here, right? Where is Faust? I thought yeah, there's Faust. So we'll get Faust Furkan going, and then for round 6 we will also look at our group. What was it? Which group was it that I was looking at? Not Sam Pomp. It was Rubén Ta. We'll also be looking at that matchup. Those would be the two ones that our two first feature matches. Will there be a 20-win challenge this year? Asks Anis on Twitch. I don't know. I have not heard anything any more about it than you have. Here we go. Faust into gameplay, and I'm trying to see if we can get this Furkan matchup up here. And again, if you want to watch the no longer consequential Mo versus Ian matchup, you can do it inside the Clash Royale app. So go ahead and find it there. We're going to be watching 2 matches here that will be important for deciding their groups. Yeah, I had thought Mugi had won his group. I was saying that I thought it was over with him being 3-0, and then Mugi has been not playing well in the second half, so I don't know. Mr. Bossman saying, where can I find other CRL streamers? I'm the only one streaming today in English, but you can find other ones in other languages if you prefer to watch in Spanish, French, German, etc. If your issue is that you want to watch more of Mo, you can do that inside the app. BNY asking, new to competitive Clash, how do you play in these tournaments? To get into CRL specifically, you need to make top 1,000 on Path of Legends, which will then get you invited to a Swiss bracket, which was yesterday, and then gets you invited, if you make top 32 of the Swiss bracket, you make it here to this next stage. And if you got top 8 in this stage, you go on to our monthly final. Riley, hey, how are you? Once we know our groups and we have decided who our groups are, then I will decide who I think is going to win the golden ticket. It's funny seeing Americans pronounce a Turkish name. How should I pronounce Furkan? 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 There's no, I didn't see a thing that would make that sound. So Furkan? I don't know. No one's ever given me a pronunciation guide on Furkan, so we just say Furkan. Furkan. Predict without knowing the groups. Let's see the confidence. I mean, Mo's the favorite to win the tournament. Who will win the golden ticket? Well, it depends on how many golden ticket holders make it in, because it could be Mugi and Mo could both be in, which would be insane if we have 2 golden ticket holders. Riley picking Adriel as the ticket winner. He's definitely one of the top candidates, that's for sure. Faust trying to see if he can maintain hold on this group. Remember, there's a 3-way tie in this group. Keep in mind, for Group 3, nothing decided here in this group. What do I think of single elimination for Worlds? No, not at all. It's terrible. Only if there was a group stage instead of having a double elimination. If there were a group stage and then single, maybe. Oh boy, Faust. Faust really, against all odds. Didn't Faust start 0-3 today? Or 0-2 today? Man. If Faust starts 0-2 and then qualifies, that would be crazy. Faust also will at least go into this weekend. I believe he will go in as the points leader. People saying probably fake Riley in the chat. Let me double check that. That's easy to check, actually, because you can just hit go to channel. And yeah, that's the real Riley. Also, I modded him. That's the real Riley in the chat, folks. Ooh, wall breakers almost get there despite the defense. Faust makes a good stand here. And Ta taking the 1-game lead over Rubén. I do not know the tiebreaker situation there. If Ta wins, they will have split the head-to-head. And they'll have the same record, which then means it comes down to a bunch of other stuff. So I have no idea. Let's see, Rubén. Right, isn't that right? Am I totally off base here? Yeah. Let's see, what's the game win situation? Rubén is 10-2 coming into this, and Ta is 9-2. Or is that actively updating? Yeah, so Ta 9-2, Rubén 10-2. If Ta 2 O's, he would be 11-2. And Rubén would be 10-2. That would give Ta the win. If Ta 2 1s, he would be 11-3, and Rubén would be 11-4. So I think if Ta wins, it's a win for he goes on no matter what. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I think Rubén has to win. Furkan putting a lot of damage on the right-hand side, and this is getting interesting between Furkan and Faust. Keep in mind, Hasiel's still in the same group, and I don't know the result of his game right now. Swiss in the CRL World Finals does not sound good at all. I don't like that at all. I don't like Swiss in the first place. Swiss is only good for managing large groups. It is not good narratively, and it's not great with smaller groups. Ooh, Furkan misses the catch on that bandit. And that's arrows. That's it. Faust wins. And I believe that means Faust wins the group. I believe that means Faust wins the group. I believe that means that Faust wins the group. Wow. Let's go ahead and switch the audio here. Let me see what else we have going on matchup-wise. Is that still a viable situation over there? Yeah, Mo already finished his match because, of course. I think this one is still competitive. I think this group's still competitive. Oh, Airsurfer. Airsurfer runs through Kanariooo. Airsurfer runs through Kanariooo. That's huge for him. Not just winning, but winning 2-0 for all the tiebreakers. So Airsurfer runs through Kanariooo. Let's see what Adriel's doing. Remember, Adriel might not even make to the finals. Currently up 1 game online. Adriel is... Man, why is the data so far behind? Let me reset this. This is big damage for Ta, just like that. Wow. Rubén sets up the Ram Rider to the right-hand side. Ram Rider plus Lumberjack. Lumberjack gets pulled behind the Ram Rider and will not rage it up. But the Zappies are distracted. Ram Rider gets pulled by the Fish Boy. RG down. I think Ta's about to go to our monthly final. Ram Rider trying to stall. Nothing to pull away. RG gets 1, RG gets 2. And I think that means Ta clinches the group. I think that means Ta clinches the group. Insanity here, folks. Absolute insanity, as I'm going to try to go and find what else is happening here. But I think that means Ta goes through. Don't quote me on that yet. We'll get official confirmation in a bit. But oh boy. That is potentially a massive shift in our top of the leaderboards. And Line here trying to extend this to a game 3 with Adriel. Looks like he will. Man, that Knight, not even a golden Knight, it just feels like a champion. That Knight just did a ton, and now we go to game number 3. Airsurfer watching that game very, very closely. And looks like Ian 2-0'd Mo, which doesn't matter. So there you go. Knight was insane. Mugi versus Archer. That's the big one. Let's see how... I'm going to bring that one up as well. Mugi versus Archer. Ooh, and that one's tied 1-1 here. Oh, but that's basically it. Why did we miss the Mo versus Ian match? Because it was no longer competitively relevant because Mohammed Light already qualified. Someone says Mo didn't even play. Mo already clinched the group. That's why. Someone says Mo didn't even play, which is hilarious. But yes, you'll see plenty of Mohammed Light next weekend in the monthly final. And looks like Mugi's going to... I don't know if this will clinch the group, though. Because I don't know what the other tiebreakers are. Mugi comes in 7-4, so he'll finish 9-5. Yeah, I think that clinches the group for Mugi. I will double check. But I think that clinches the group for Mugi. Mance, but it was socially relevant. Mance, you know that I always put the truth over pleasing the crowd. I am not swayed by the mob. No confirmation yet, but I believe that will clinch things for Mugi. Sam beat EGW 2-0, but I don't know if that will be enough for him. Mugi's going to finish. Mugi's going to finish 9-5. Sam is going to finish 9-6. So I think Mugi still ends up winning the group on win rate, but I could be wrong there. With Faust beating Furkan, I think that clinches it for him because he 2-0'd. I think that will keep him above Hasiel as well, which is insane. That Faust, after the terrible start he had, let's see. Yeah, Tyton lost to Blue 2-1, but he already clinched the group. And Adriel, I believe so. Again, a lot of confirmation needs to be had here of the tiebreakers and such. But as the data comes in, if there's anybody else still playing, but I think that we are done. Let's see. I think that was it. I think that was everything. So let's go take a look at the groups. Let's take a look at these groups here, folks, and see if we have some true clinches here. So we'll go and bring up the round 6 stuff. So Mohammed Light 5-1. No surprises here that Mohammed Light will clinch Group 1. Mo is one of your finalists. Let's see. Yeah, that's one of your finalists, Mohammed Light. Group number 2. Mugi 4-2, Sam 4-2. But I think because of Mugi, no, Mance, it is done by ranking. The groups are not the groups are not like put together by somebody to try to make good matches. They are done by ranking, which is why Mo is always in Group 1, because that's how it's assigned by the fact that he's our top ranked player. I think Mugi has clinched Group 2 because I believe he has the win rate tiebreaker over OP Sam. So we will double check this one, but I believe that's the case. On to Group number 3. Faust 4-2, Hasiel 4-2, but again I believe Faust on win rate will end up beating. The group there. We'll end up coming out on top of Hasiel. So I think that's the case. On to Group 4. Tyton 5-1. No questions there. Tyton will be going through, which is really big for Tyton. Because again, Tyton comes into the weekend ranked in the top 40. So 230 points before today. Add in the points he has for the win, plus what he can get, he has a really good shot at leaping himself up into some of the into the top 7 this weekend. But besides, of course, the golden ticket situation. Group 5, Wallace and Viiper both 4-2. Let me see if we have more information on win rates yet. Viiper was 4-2. Viiper 4-2. Was 8-5, loses 2-1, so ends the day 10-6. Whereas Wallace, with his 2-0, will end the day 9-4. I think that ends up giving Wallace the win rate tiebreaker, which is crazy. Good for Wallace. Very good for Wallace. I think that Ta will get the win rate over Rubén. I think Ta wins in Group 6 by win rate over Rubén. This is crazy. This is so crazy today. Still not getting all the full updates on Royale API. But this is absolutely insane. So I think Ta makes it. Then Group 7, 6-0. No questions there. Sam Bassotto. 6-0 is his group. So Sam already is currently in the top 7 for points. He was 5th on the points leaderboard. This is going to leapfrog him potentially over Rubén and put him very close to Sosa as well. Sam is probably going to go to World Finals. And then, of course, you have the monthly final on top of all this. And then Group 8, I believe Adriel, let's see. Adriel, I think, is going to end 5-1. Whereas Airsurfer will end 4-2. Right? Isn't that right? Adriel's going to end 5-1, I think. Yeah. Adriel 2-0's Kanariooo. He came in with his fate in his hands. And so Adriel. And Airsurfer not making it. Airsurfer not making it, but Ta making it is huge. Because Airsurfer is currently, and let me go ahead and just, give me 1 second here to set something up so we can talk a little bit about the situation as it is. Let's do a window capture. Great. We will capture that window. All right. 1 second as I get things all all settled here. And hold on, let me do this. I need to do properties here. Nope, that's okay. Fine. And let me do this. All right. Let me clear that out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here is the points leaderboard. And you can see the golden ticket winners up here. But again, I'm taking them out of the points conversation because they are not part of the conversation really. They're already qualified for World Finals. This is where we really care about. Blue means you are in if you finish the season, if you finish the year after September in the blue, you are going to World Finals, right? So right now, Morton, Faust, Sosa, Rubén, Sam, Adriel, and Airsurfer are all in that spot. But take a look at this. Ta, I believe, has qualified for our monthly final. I really wish these pop-ups wouldn't keep showing up here. Ta has qualified for our monthly final. Ta will likely leapfrog Airsurfer and get into that top 7. Rainbow not making it was huge for him. Clown, Kick-Ash Clown had a great opportunity here and just did not put it together today. So that's a really tough one for him. Adriel, so let's talk about the groups. Adriel secures his spot in the monthly final. This is a big, big moment for him, right? Every win counts for him this weekend, especially with Sam and Faust both in the competition. Obviously, a golden ticket would be great for any of these guys, but Adriel, big win there, and Airsurfer just barely, Airsurfer not qualifying is going to mean he's going to have a great final month. In Group 7, Samwell obviously winning his group. Kick-Ash missing, and missing by a lot, is going to really hurt him a lot here. You do have Pompeyo, I think. I can't remember where Pompeyo is. But yeah, that's going to hurt him quite a bit. Now we go talk about our Group 6 winner, Ta, and Rubén missing. And look, I think, again, not confirmed yet, but I believe Rubén missing. Rubén currently, you see where he is in this spot here. Ta down here. So Ta is going to jump in. He's going to knock off Airsurfer. He and Sam and Adriel are going to get more points. They are likely going to push Rubén down into the bottom of this area. And with other performances, possibly Rubén will get knocked out of this top 7 based on that last match that we just saw. So we'll see how that one goes. Wallace, I believe, is... Where was Wallace ranked? Wallace ranked 43rd, 230 points. So a good performance here could net him like 50 to 100 points, right? A really good performance. Well, even like 100 points there, 230 up to 320, right? So even that, Wallace, golden ticket will put him through, obviously. I don't think he can get enough points to make top 7, but he will be able to put himself right in this area, which is really big for him. But keep in mind also, Viiper was in that group. Viiper is going to now get leapfrogged by Wallace, very likely. Wallace has a good chance at least to leapfrog him here. So that's a big one for Wallace to make it this far. To Group 4, where Tyton wins, Surgical Goblin misses. Right? So first of all, Pedro didn't qualify. He already has a golden ticket, which is which would have been funny if there were 3 golden tickets in our monthly final. Surgical Goblin misses again. He's going to stay in like this nice top 20 kind of range to be threatening. But again, only getting a few points out of this, not what he needed. Tyton where was Tyton? Tyton right here. So Tyton and Wallace both. Kind of the same situation for both of them. They're both going to jump above. And yes, top are golden ticket holders. I am not talking about these 5. These people have already qualified for World Finals, and their points don't actually affect anything. Their points don't matter anymore because this blue area is what we're talking about to make it into World Finals by points. Right? So golden ticket just isn't part of the conversation we're having right now. But Tyton and Wallace, both you can see they're right next to each other. And both of them, big opportunities to jump way up the leaderboards and push some of their competition down, which will be really huge. Then we go on to Group 3, Faust, Hasiel, and Furkan. Obviously, Faust qualifying, if again, the tiebreaker is correct, Faust qualifying, he's going to take over from Morton and be the top player on points. That's going to be really big for him. And also the chance to add more to that and just continue adding. Now, everybody who's watching this, everybody who's in this who is not in this area right now, wants Faust to win a golden ticket. Obviously, everyone else wants to win a golden ticket, but of the players who are in this monthly final, who don't have golden tickets, if Faust wins, everyone takes a bump up. For these players, like in this section, if someone else below them wins, like if Tyton or Wallace wins, that's an absolute nightmare. They really want Faust to be the winner there. Hasiel and Furkan, again, both still in the hunt as well. Furkan down here. Hasiel, I think, is even further down. Oh, Hasiel's high. Hasiel's like 22. So yeah, a rough miss for both of them, but they'll have a good shot in the final month, both for points and for golden ticket. Assuming again that this tiebreaker is correct, Mugi being in means now we have two golden ticket winners in the monthly final, which means the other 6 just got their chances of winning a golden ticket boosted way up. So that's absolutely crazy. I mean, we could potentially have a final where neither one wins the golden ticket, because it could be a Mugi final just for the cash. That's legitimately possible. Sam missing is really, really rough for him. He's going to get some more points out of today and move up a little bit with his 4 wins. So he'll probably move up into, like, I think this range here, like near where Surgical and those guys are, Surgical, Mini, Viiper are. He'll move up into this range. But man, Sam missing is absolutely massive. Him getting, if he'd been able to jump over Mugi, it would have been big for him. He would have had a really good chance. He was in striking range of getting up into this top 7 this weekend. And then on to Group 1. Of course, Group 1, Mohammed Light. So these 2 guys in, and then again, we talked about Ian. Ian's going to pick up a few points. Ian's going to jump up into like this area here, but he'll need to have a great competition in the final month. So that's all the details. That's sort of the breakdown of the picture that we have as we go into everything. Let me look at chat. Surge seems to miss by 1 every week. Yes, Surge does miss by 1 every single week. Chestnut on Twitch saying that one. Let's see. After seeing everything, Mo's the best player in the world. Yes, that's like saying that the sky is blue and you need air to breathe. Who gets the ticket if the final is Mo versus Mugi? I don't know how that works because we haven't had oh no, it'd be the 3rd place person because it's double elimination. So it'd go to the 3rd place person. If it's Mo, here's the thing: if you make top 3 and Mo and Mugi are also top 3, you've won a golden ticket, which is crazy. That's legitimately a possible thing. Is that the 3rd place person could win the golden ticket and go to World Finals? That's bananas. How do y'all decide the groups? They're decided by their ranks currently in CRL. All that's available in the rule set, which you can find at esports.clashroyale.com. For CRL, they inform everything can be live. Oh yeah, someone asked this question. What do you think about World Finals format? I was thinking groups of 4, top 2 in each group qualify to a elimination bracket. Yeah, but then we just can't watch a lot of matches, right? Like, it would only really work if... Here's how that would work, is if we were doing group stage matches during the week, and then we did the bracket, like the double elimination bracket, for like 2 days during like Saturday, Sunday. But it just doesn't make sense from a production standpoint. Here's the thing you have to realize is like what makes sense for competition doesn't always make sense for production and for the product. So being able to show all the matches is critical. Let's see. Mo can lose. I've seen him lose a lot in a semi-pro. Yeah, anyone can lose. Just Mo loses less than everybody else. What about Surgical Goblin? He didn't make it, and I already talked about that. Blah, 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 blah. You guys remember when Clash had an in-game meetup system? Yeah, it was super fun. You hosted somebody in San Diego? Yeah, I went to one. I went to one or two in when I was in like the first season of CRL in 2018 back in LA. It was super. I also didn't know you were in San Diego, Baelish. I was just there. But I really used to like that a lot, and I really wish they hadn't gotten rid of it. Let's see. Any other things here that are important? I think that those are the confirmed top 8. Do you know if he'll be bringing back teams? No. Can Wallace win a golden ticket? Assuming that these qualifying numbers, these qualifying information is correct, which, again, I think that if we go look at Wallace's group, assuming the tiebreakers are currently, that my tiebreaker understanding is accurate, yes, Wallace goes through. He could win a golden ticket. Will there be a 2023 spectator badge? I have no idea. Furkan, how do you think he plays? He's good at Clash Royale. Great Royal Giant player. How many players are there in World Finals? 16 players. The 7 golden ticket winners, the 7 points winners, and then 2 from the China competition. So 16 in total. Next evolution, what will it be? No idea. What about P.E.K.K.A. Bird Spam? What about it? It's a deck. So looking at this situation, man, Mo, Mugi. Let me look at all the groups again. Mo, Mugi, Faust, Tyton, Wallace, Ta, Sam, and Adriel. Adriel, my top 3 picks in this order for who will win the golden ticket this month. Adriel, Sam, Tyton, in that order. People don't overlook Tyton. Tyton's dangerous. Don't overlook Tyton. Any idea where Worlds have been held? I don't know if that's been announced yet. Has that been announced? Who's the best player in your opinion? There's no opinion. It's Mohammed Light. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Thanks for streaming. Nice way to end the weekend. My 40th birthday bet. Hey, nice way to end your 40th birthday. Hey, Nate, killer. Hope you have a great birthday all the way. Do I think Remy finishes top 1 with Night Evo? Very possible. Let's see. What is China competition? China has its own separate version of the game where they are playing their own, like, CRCC is what they're calling it. Top 2 from that will go to CRL World Finals. Let's see. What else do we got here? Balkan is picking Tyton. Cool. Will you be on the stream next weekend? Yes, I'll be part of the thing next weekend. I'll be part of the casting team. Let's see. You want a caster match for fun at World Finals? Cool. We'll have AC and Juicy J play each other. Let's see. Anything else that I want to answer before we get out of here? Who's taking a break this month from the finals? Like who didn't make it? I'll be out there. When is the next match? We're done for today. Next matches are next weekend. What else? Well, I think that's just about everything. Folks, this has been really fun. This was a great top 32, just like I thought. We got to have a bunch of decisions made by, like a bunch of decisions all came down to the final match, which was super fun. Next weekend will be the monthly final, and the top 8 officially confirmed: Mohammed Light, Mugi, Faust, Samuel, Adriel, Ta, Tyton, and Wallace. So that's the official confirmation. with seeding confirmed. So there we have it. Boom. Gotta love that. So again, I think that means Mo versus Wallace in the first round. I think that's how we do it, right? Mo, Wallace, Mugi, Tyton, Faust, Ta, Samuel, Adriel. Oh, Samuel Adriel's in the first round? Crazy. I think that's how they do that seeding. So there you go. Top 8 confirmed with seeding. Mo, Mugi, Faust, Samuel, Adriel, Ta, Tyton, and Wallace. Let's go. That's going to be super fun. It's going to be a double elimination bracket, as it is always every single weekend. You can follow that on the official Clash Royale Esports YouTube page, which I think I have linked in the description. I'm not sure if I do. Let me double check that. No, but I do have the CRL website with all the CRL23 info. I'll link up the official Clash Royale Esports YouTube page, which will also also find that in the app when we go live, if that's how you found today's show as well. That's it, everybody. This has been super fun. It's always really cool hanging out with everybody. It's having a crew to do this with is what makes it worth it. That's it. I think someone said to answer me, man. Answer what? What'd you say? Where's Morton? He didn't make it. He didn't make it. I'll take the time out to say Morton didn't make it this weekend. He's probably in Germany doing whatever he does in Germany right now. He might be streaming. Who knows? That's it, folks. It's been fun. I'll see you this week. Tomorrow is the finals for this season of GKR. So hopefully I'll see you here tomorrow. GKR here, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll be right back here for the GKR finals. I think that's 1500 UTC. Whatever, figure that out. Mañana with GKR, and then I'll see y'all next weekend for Clash Royale League. As always, be excellent to each other, and party on, dude. Peace. Twitch Hangout. Let me come back out here and say, what's up, Twitch? All right, YouTube is done. There we go.